Look, if you want to support Israel, what I thought we were doing that with all that money. We got to send troops now. This is a dangerous development. This is something that I'm not happy about. We're not supposed to be sending troops to the Middle East. I thought we were done with that. No more. No more. No more conquest, please. No more of those. What do you call those things when they go over there? The crusades. No more crusades, please. No more. Like ever since I got into Shakespeare, every time there's a Shakespeare king, it's always like, oh, the king is dead, long live the new king. And the first thing the king comes out of the stupid king's mouth is like, you know what we should do? We should go start another crusade. Let's start another crusade. Let's go over there and put some blood in that sand. This is very, very disconcerting to me. And now, okay, hundreds are dead in Lebanon, but have you heard that the Lebanese army is just watching it happen? Like Hezbollah and Israel are fighting a war where the people of Lebanon are stuck in the middle, and the government of Lebanon is just watching it happen. Just watching it. It's like, do something for your people. Pick a side, Lebanon. Pick a side. They don't want to pick a side because they hate Hezbollah, because Hezbollah is a goddamn mafia that's taken over their country. They want them out. Truth be told, the people of Lebanon want Israel to win. The government of Lebanon wants Israel to win, to get rid of Hezbollah. Bartleby, but what I don't want is Americans going over there and being in the sand over there with everybody. I don't want it happening. I don't like the idea of American troops going and fighting these wars over and over and over again. Most people in Lebanon hate Jews, Ben. Most of them hate Jews, but they also hate Hezbollah. So it's like, I don't think they hate Israel. They just want the fighting to stop. Israel wouldn't be doing this if Hezbollah wasn't a thing anymore. Iran backs Hezbollah. Iran is basically an occupying force in Lebanon with Hezbollah. So how do we get rid of Hezbollah? Missile defense system? Is that the plan? Is American soldiers over there? Is that what it is? Do you think Palestine is going to be destroyed? Yes. Yes, I do. It was always supposed to be a two-state solution, and no one is talking about two-state solution anymore. That's it. No one's talking about two-state solution anymore. We all know that that's the solution, but yes, I think Palestine as we know it today will not be a thing after this is all over. Think about what it would mean right now if there was a ceasefire, which I'm for, by the way. I'm for a ceasefire and a two-state solution. I think most people who think about this are. But Palestine is not, if they back out now and Hamas is still in power, what was all the point? What was the point? What did all those people die for on both sides? What did they die for? If Hamas is here after this is all over, then it was all for nothing. Everyone died for nothing. The people from Palestine can just move to Israel. I don't see why it's a big deal, especially when the human rights in Muslim countries are so atrocious. John Zook. Well, that's kind of what Israel's saying, but Israel doesn't have the best track record when it comes to dealing with people of Palestine. But again, two-state solution was on the table for most of my life, and Palestine didn't want it. So this is how it goes. We keep going back. One state, give it back to the people. Give it back to which people? Which people? Which people should have it? Again, the reason why Israel is even a place is because it's the homeland. It's their homeland. They wanted a chance to defend themselves from now on because they were almost extincted. They were almost extirpated from the planet. There's only 15 million Jews left on planet Earth. Something like only, 10 million live in Israel? Something like that. It's not that many. And now, what are we going to do? We're going to send Americans over to Israel for their defense system against Hezbollah. This is Cold War Part 2. This is Crusade Part, what, 5? Crusades Part 5. I don't like Americans going over. I said this was always going to happen. It keeps on happening. Yes. Israel was created illegally. What does that mean? You don't like the way the UN handled creating a country in returning people to their homeland? I don't know. That's a statement that needs a little bit of backup because created is illegally. I think you've been listening to the overwhelming number of Islamic people on TikTok a little bit too much. You see, when there are only so few Jews, they don't really get a fair say in the maelstrom of the social media landscape today. There's I don't know how many Muslims there are, but there's like billions of them, and they're going to be on the internet more than the 15 million Jews we got left on planet Earth. That's just their voice is quite small. To say Israel was created illegally is a little bit funny, but just patently untrue. I don't know how you determine what is legal, but I think the UN was kind of is kind of how we determine what's legal these days, isn't it? Isn't the UN the one who's investigating crimes against humanity? Isn't that who we trust to determine what's legal and what's not? The international courts. Isn't that what we're trying to do? Is impose American ideals of jurisprudence on the planet? Isn't that what we're trying to do? I don't know. I think so. You got to try using clickbait titles to bring people that are looking for news streams. I guess you're right. I don't know how to write clickbait titles because I'm just too honest. You know what I mean? I don't write the clickbait titles. So here we are. Israel has now had the deadliest fight on its hands a couple days ago.
A U.S. official tells CBS News that around 100 troops will be sent to the country. For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio. He's tracking all the developments for us this morning from Tel Aviv.
And who ends up in the middle? The people of Beirut. The people of Lebanon end up in the middle. They're the ones who are going to suffer for this. They're the ones that will end up reaping the worst of this.
So, Ramy, you've been up to this Israeli base that was struck in that Hezbollah drone attack. What more are we learning about this incident?
Vlad, hi there. Yeah, it's only about an hour's drive from here in Tel Aviv, and we're understanding that this is one of the most lethal strikes to hit Israel since the war started on October 7th of last year. And what Israel is now trying to learn is how that drone exactly got through the country's advanced air defenses. We know that those.
I love how people do this. This is one of my favorite things of modern life is that we have this is like the guy at the country club with a gun by a fence. We don't know how that happened. A guy with a gun in America? How could this happen? I don't even know. Is it because you're in Florida and there's a million guns in Florida? Could it be that's why? I mean, you ended up stopping. You're just lucky you caught him before he shot the guy, before he shot Trump. You're lucky that happened. Like the fact, I don't know how these drones got through all of our defenses because it's the sky. What did you think was going to happen? Of course, drones will fly in. It doesn't take much. A drone. How did this drone do that? A careful pilot.
Defenses are precise, they're high tech, and they are some of the best, really, in the world. Some local media reported that that drone was flying low to the ground, which may have helped it evade surveillance. It was then able to fly south by some 65 miles south from Lebanon, target that airbase, the Golani airbase, which we understand trains up raw military recruits, then smash through the roof of a dining hall, killing and wounding all of those soldiers. And that attack does show, Vlad, that Hezbollah can strike deeper into Israel beyond the border area. The militant group said it was in retaliation for 2 Israeli strikes just last week on Thursday in Beirut. They killed more than 20 people.
Yeah, we had always reported you and our.
I mean, the numbers are crazy to me. They're actually quite low. Like they killed 4. I think end up 9 ended up actually being killed. I forget exactly how many Israeli soldiers, but Lebanon, they're bombing the shit out of Beirut. I mean, this is a city that's supposed to be one of the, Beirut's one of like the ancient, beautiful cities of the world, and it's just constantly just trashed. It's constantly razed and destroyed over and over and over again. It makes me really kind of sad. It makes me it's a bummer. It's a bummer for sure. Yeah. Well, Bartleby, what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think American soldiers should be put on the ground in Israel. Tell me why I'm wrong. Why should American soldiers be in Israel for new for new missile defense system? We're going to run it for them. Not only are we going to send it to them, we're also going to run it for them. I don't know. What do you think, Bartleby? Oh, Bartleby. Oh, humanity.